Well, St. Francis says, share your faith, and if you must, if need be, use words. And I've rested on that for most of my life, and never have thought that I needed the occasion to use words. So this particular task was a wonderful and challenging one for me, as I began to try and put in words what my faith is actually about, and how someone who God is already having a conversation with, but who may not be churched, might hear this in ways that make sense to them. So I'm going to give it a try. I chatted with Randy Newdorf, pastor of the Commons, last night, and told him that this was actually a timed task, and I'm trying to fit it within 3 minutes. Randy, where are you? Okay, thanks. In her book, Altar in the World, Episcopal priest and teacher, author Barbara Brown Taylor poses the provocative question, what is saving your life right now? At its root, this is a question of faith. What I offer this morning is a generic response that in reality would be very specific and dependent upon context and relationship. This is the essence of what I'd say. So, what is saving my life right now? Of course, it's right now because I'm continually learning and discovering the depths of faith that I never could have imagined nor anticipated. Along with the notion of ongoing learning, you may also have noticed that I use the word faith in reference to what is saving my life. For me, having faith is actually about not knowing and being content with not knowing. It's about receiving glimpses of truth with deepest humility and gratitude. It's about remaining curious and open rather than being convinced, judgmental, or resolute. Discovering the depths of faith is a bit like standing in the river or floating in the river and coming to an ever-increasing awareness that I'm actually in the river, and that life and love flow continually around me. Sometimes I don't even feel wet. Other times, I am drenched by the awareness of how incredibly difficult and how astoundingly beautiful life is. Sometimes, I feel very lonely. And other times, I'm so grateful to discover that everyone else is in the river too. Some folks recognize that they are in the river, others don't. Sometimes I recognize others, and they recognize me. It's a gift of connection beyond words. Being in the river reminds me that life is a cohesive and connected whole, and it's not all about me. And yet, it is about me and you. There's so much happening below the surface, especially when the force of the water pushes and tugs. I'm reminded of being carried and cared for. Church people might call this care God's love. I've learned to trust my awareness that the universe is being held together in ways beyond what I can comprehend. It's immense. I can't take it in. I can't take it all in. But the glimpses that I have been privileged to see have been astoundingly good. I'm coming to appreciate that the story of creation and its continued evolution over millions of years is way better than what I'd ever imagined. There is diversity and beauty beyond comprehension, ever and always pointing to that mystery of love and relationship. By the way, mystery isn't that which we can't understand, but that which is infinitely understandable, layers upon layers. Church folk refer to this mystery of love and relationship as the Christ mystery. The most amazing thing that I can hardly comprehend is that this mystery is within and among us. You may have heard of Jesus, a real person, who often confused and confounded as he tried to help us see in new ways. Some call him God's son, others call him a prophet. Jesus is the mystery of the universe, the Christ mystery, present on earth, living, breathing, dying, and living again. It is God's way of helping us to know that the mystery of gift and gift of love is always with us and among us. God's love. The greatest mystery of all is that when the Roman government tried unsuccessfully to kill Jesus, his presence continued to live on, reminding us that matter and spirit are one. Nothing can stop the power of love. Nothing. I realize that I'm not telling you anything new. At some level, you know that too. At some level, you know that you too are in this same river and that together we are all being held within this larger mystery. So, this is what is saving my life right now. Whether the day is easy or difficult, I try to receive and reflect this great love, which quite literally flows through nerve and sinew, mind and heart. The story of creation holds the whole of time and space. It's one of astounding beauty and infinite hope.